Hello? Okay, testing. Hi. Welcome back. Today we're going to go over the exams in this segment. So the question is, how do I prepare for the essays? And how do I take the essay exams? Excellent. Excellent question. So let's go through that. Let's first start off with how do you take the exam. If you're familiar with Lockdown Browser, then fast forward a little bit because I'm going to go through Lockdown Browser. So if you're not familiar with Lockdown Browser, this is the Lockdown Browser. You go ahead and click it when you're ready to take the exams. And the quizzes, you don't have to use Lockdown Browser, but for the exams, you do. And what it's, I'm not going to click it because then it will ask me to close down all my windows and all of that, and I don't want to do that. But if you click this icon here on your desktop, and I'll show you how to put it there in just a second, then it'll take you to a page to log into the to Blackboard itself. So from there you just log into Blackboard, and then you just open the class up. You go to the link for the class, and then you go to the assessment, where the assessment is located. The exam is located. And where is the exam located? So once you're in Lockdown Browser, so it's like a browser like Internet Explorer or Chrome or Mozilla, but it's Lockdown Browser, and you can only open one window at a time. Once you're in there, and you open up the class, you go to Units, and then you go to the particular unit, which is Unit 6, Week 1 and 2. Oops. Let me actually take it out of edit mode so you see it as I do. Yeah, I hope so. Hope it's okay. Alright, so here it is, Unit Essay Question. Go ahead and click this. This explains what essays will be on here. And you want to click Begin. And when you click Begin, it's going to ask you, a little pop-up window will open up, and it will ask you, did your instructor provide you with a password? And it'll give you two options, yes or no. And the answer is no. So you click no. A lot of students quickly see this, and this is a problem with students online. It's just part of kind of just being a human being, and the way the internet has been designed is we quickly look for information and we don't really thoroughly read. And so a lot of students will email me and say, it's asking for a password. What's the password? I can't take the exam now. It's not asking you for a password. It's asking you, did your instructor provide you with a password? So click no. And then from there, the exam will open up. Yay! Alright, so you take the exam. So that's how you take the exam. How do you prepare for the exam? Good question. Probably the most important question ever in your whole life, as far as this class is concerned. Alright, how do you take the exam or prepare for the exam? When you go to the reading material in Units, you'll notice that when you click on the links that there are lectures from me. Now the lectures are always associated with essay questions, right? So basically the lecture, I'm giving you the prompt and I'm giving you the information for the essay question, right? So you don't have to do any outside research for this essay. And the essay is no more than 5 to 8 paragraphs, right? So a very brief, normal, standard essay question. Keep in mind what essay means. Essay means to try, to attempt. It's a French word. To try, to attempt. Right? It doesn't mean to fail. A lot of students, I think, believe the word essay means to absolutely fail and fall on your face. It means to try, to attempt. Right? And how do you attempt to do this? Well, the first step is always click the link. Wait for it to open. When I record, it makes the computer go a lot slower, so bear with me. It's time for a sponsor break anyway. This video is brought to you by Expo. Okay, it's opening. Cool. Reconstruction, that's the first one, right? So I always give a little bit of background information. You can click that. It's just optional material. Civil War background and beginning of civil rights, and then Reconstruction, right? So you got some background information. A good idea to take a look at it. The more background information, the better, the bigger the grasp you'll have on this, and you'll be able to ascertain a degree of familiarity with the subject matter, right? And again, that's the whole point, is to become familiar with U.S. history, not to memorize it. Right? So each lecture is broken up into concepts. Have it labeled parts right here. I'll probably later label it concepts a little bit later and change it up. So you click the link, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, you got that, right? Here's the actual, let me back up a bit. Here's the actual essay question. Discuss the two constitutional theories that evolved around the question of Reconstruction and give a brief description of political Reconstruction. So that's the overall essay prompt. Now the essay prompt is broken into concepts, and here are the concepts. So you notice, discuss the two constitutional theories that evolved around the question of Reconstruction. Well, there it is, discuss the two constitutional theories that evolved around the question of Reconstruction. So this link is dealing with this part of the essay. And then the second part of the essay is, and give a brief description of political Reconstruction. Well, that's all dealing with these three links here. It's dealing with presidential Reconstruction, it's dealing with congressional Reconstruction, and it's dealing with the Compromise of 1877. That's going to help you respond to that essay question. You click the link, you open it up, and it opens on up. So it opens, I'm not going to wait for it to open, but it opens up to that particular part of the essay question. How do you prepare for this? Just beyond the process of opening up where the lectures are located and opening up the links within there and noticing what the question is. Take notes and keep your notes organized, right? So actually handwrite this concept down. Actually handwrite this concept down. Actually handwrite this concept down. And actually handwrite this concept. And then while you're reviewing it, take notes. Respond to the two constitutional theories that evolved around the question of Reconstruction. Respond to that. Take notes. Write down the years. Write down the events. Write down the challenges, the problems that you see me talk about within this lecture. And then once you get through all four of these links, all through four of these concepts, you will have a body of notes. And immediately after you're done, write 5 to 8 paragraphs. Put it into essay form, right? Have an introduction. Your introduction will be, this essay will discuss the two constitutional theories that evolved around the question of Reconstruction. And it will give a brief description of political Reconstruction. In doing so, this essay will look at presidential Reconstruction, congressional Reconstruction, and the Compromise of 1877. Boom, there's your first paragraph. Second paragraph. The two constitutional theories that evolved around Reconstruction were A and then B, right? And then you give some supporting evidence of those two constitutional theories, the details, in other words, the specifics of what that involved, and then a concluding sentence to wrap up that paragraph. Do that for each part, treat each part as a paragraph. Sometimes it might take 2 paragraphs, but usually it'll take just 1 paragraph per concept, per part, right? So the body will consist in this essay, most likely for you, for 4 paragraphs. And then you have an introduction and a conclusion, so that'll be about 6 paragraphs, this essay, if it's adequately responded to. So that would be the first essay question for this. Let's go straight to the textbook. Again, to get back to, anywhere in this class, so if you're in a page that's outside of the content of this class, if you just click this part right here where you see my little cursor, it'll take you right back. Go to, I'm going to go right straight to the online orientation so I don't have to get into a different window. Oops. Actually, I'm going to do a different window. I wanted to open up into a different window, actually. All right, so I'm doing some online editing right in front of you, so you see the workings of this. What I'm going to get at is I'm going to show you where another lecture is located. Each chapter usually will have a lecture within it. Not all chapters do, but most of them will. So be sure by the end of this unit, Unit 6, there will be a total of 3 lectures. One on Reconstruction, one dealing with a concept called social Darwinism, and the other dealing with the West. Right? So you're going to watch all 3 of those lectures and take notes on them. Let me make sure you understand where that's all located. Oh, still didn't know. I'll fix that in a second. I wanted to open up in a different window so you're not at all in Blackboard when you open this up. So you'll notice in Chapter 14, waiting for it to open. Be done in just a second. So thank you for your patience. All right. See right here. So it's structured just the same as Chapter 13. You have a lecture here. You have lessons. You have articles. So you're going to open this up to prepare for the next lecture. You got the lessons. You got the articles. Down below, you have the study guides. So that's how you prepare for these essay questions. 5 to 8 paragraphs apiece. Some of them might be longer. Just depends on the content, but never more than 2 pages. Sometimes the challenge is to try to condense it into 1 page. Anyway, that's it for the essay questions. Thanks for playing. Go forth and be great. I'll see you in the next segment.